The Mask of Shadows. Once upon a time, in a vibrant village radiating with hues of life, there lived a girl named Amina. With a heart as colorful as the bright textiles woven by her mother, Amina was born during a time of celebration, a festival that promised joy and laughter. Yet, an unexpected shadow loomed over her, one that cast doubt and insecurity upon her spirit. Although Amina was known for her kindness, the children of the village whispered unkindly about her unusual features. With a curious blend of prominent cheekbones, round face and wide, expressive eyes, Amina often felt more like an outsider than a participant in the warm community around her. She was described as the ugly girl, a title she wore with heavy sadness. Each day, she faced an internal battle, wanting to be herself while fearing others would never accept her for who she was. Determined to avoid the piercing stares and whispers that followed her like shadows, Amina found a peculiar solution. One afternoon, as she rifled through discarded materials near her home, she stumbled upon a large, worn-out piece of cardboard. An idea sparked, a mask unlike any other. Using bright paints and her mother's colorful fabric scraps, she transformed the cardboard into an artful expression, a shield against the world that made her feel vulnerable. As she donned her mask each day, an unexpected effect emerged. The colors shimmered in the sunlight, captivating the younger children who began to look up to her as the girl with the fancy cardboard creation. Even if they didn't know her heartache, her artistic beauty enchanted them. But Amina could still sense the mocking glances from her peers. Sophie, the spirited and athletic girl, would often join in on the teasing, unaware of the effect her words had on Amina's heart. Though Sophie never meant harm, her laughter felt like cold raindrops hitting Amina's spirit. As they walked to school together, Amina would shrink deeper into herself, her laughter forced, her smile a mask amidst a mask. One fateful morning, Amina hurried along the familiar path to school, hugging her colorful disguise tightly. Just as she reached the foot of the grand baobab tree, an ancient symbol of wisdom and sanctuary in the village, clouds gathered ominously in the sky. A rumble of thunder echoed, startling the birds into flight. Before she could contemplate the change in weather, raindrops began to fall, heavy and relentless. Finding herself caught in the storm, Amina darted beneath the protective branches of the baobab tree. The world outside turned gray as the rain danced ferociously against the lush leaves. She took a deep breath, grateful for the shelter, yet feeling isolated, a lone figure cloaked in cardboard in the midst of nature's chaos. Suddenly, a gentle voice broke through her thoughts. "Ah, there you are, young artist. Safe beneath the old tree." It was Mama Zuri, a revered elder known for her captivating tales and nurturing spirit. Her silver curls glistened with raindrops, and her vibrant patterned wrap enveloped her like a warm embrace. Murmuring her thanks as the rain fell steadily, Amina felt a flicker of comfort near Mama Zuri. Though she had often admired the woman's wisdom from afar, today, she felt drawn closer. "Such a lovely mask you wear," Mama Zuri continued, her eyes sparkling with kindness. "But tell me, what do you hide behind it?" Amina hesitated, the weight of her words heavy on her heart. I struggle to face the world without it. They call me ugly, and I am afraid." Mama Zuri nodded understandingly, her voice soothing. "Beauty, dear child, comes from more than just what the eye can see. It blooms from within, nourished by kindness, love, and acceptance. Why not uncover the true artist behind that cardboard?" Thinking of her colorful creations, Amina felt tears formulate behind her mask. The truth resonated within her. The battle with self-worth felt like a canvas with countless brush strokes, each representing a part of her journey. She yearned to express herself without fear of rejection, but feared the world would not understand. "Perhaps this tree has a tale to tell," Mama Zuri suggested with a smile. "Are you willing to listen?" As they sat together beneath the protective embrace of the baobab tree, the storm faded, but within Amina, the first hints of courage began to spark. Perhaps Mama Zuri could teach her a different kind of artistry, one that not only painted the surface but also spoke to the heart. In that moment, shrouded from the storm, Amina realized that she did not have to wear her mask forever. As the rain softened to a gentle mist, a new journey was about to unfold, one that could peel away the layers of doubt and unveil the true beauty within her spirit. Whispers of the baobab. As the last raindrops fell and the clouds began to part, Amina felt an unusual calm wash over her. The sunlight pierced through the leaves of the majestic baobab tree, creating a kaleidoscope of dappled light around her. Sitting beside Mama Zuri, she felt the warmth of hope bloom like a flower, despite the remnants of her sadness lingering in her heart. Mama Zuri's voice, rich with warmth and wisdom, filled the air as she began to share the ancient stories the villagers cherished. Many years ago, she said, leaning closer to Amina, this very tree stood as a witness to countless tales. It has seen struggles and triumphs, laughter and pain. It whispers to those who listen. Amina's curiosity piqued. She had always admired the tree, its thick trunk standing strong through the storms, its branches reaching out like welcoming arms. But today it felt different. It felt alive, a part of something greater. What does it say? Amina asked earnestly, her heart racing with anticipation. Mama Zuri smiled, an understanding glimmer in her eyes. It speaks of resilience, child. It reminds us that each individual is unique, cherished like the vibrant colors in a beautiful tapestry. You must learn to listen to its whispers. Amina leaned closer, intrigued. What if I am not beautiful enough to be part of that tapestry? Mama Zuri chuckled softly, her laughter echoing like a gentle breeze. Ah, but beauty is not confined to appearances. It is how you touch the lives of others, how you share your heart and creativity. Her gaze turned thoughtful. What do you think makes a flower bloom? Sunlight, water, and soil, Amina replied, recalling the vibrant garden patches she helped her mother tend to. Precisely. Mama Zuri affirmed. In the same way, love nourishes the heart and allows it to create. Trust and acceptance create the roots of your identity. When you embrace who you are, the world will see the beauty that radiates from within. Amina's heart fluttered as she pondered this revelation. She had always believed that beauty was a shield, something that protected her from unkindness. But maybe it was time to see it as something that could bring people together, like the colors that adorned her mask. Will you help me? Amina asked, confidence bubbling up within her. Help me create my own story, just like the baobab has its tales. Mama Zuri's eyes sparkled with delight. Of course, dear one. Together, we shall gather the colors of your heart and weave them into a new creation, one that reflects who you truly are. Amina felt a surge of excitement. The journey of self-discovery had begun, and the baobab tree was the beacon that would illuminate her path. As the sun shone brighter, casting golden rays upon the landscape, Amina began to intertwine her dreams with the lessons imparted by Mama Zuri. The old woman invited her to visit the village market the next day, where she could collect supplies to express herself through art. The next morning, Amina sprang from her bed with vibrant anticipation. Leaving her cardboard mask behind, she dressed in her favorite colorful clothes, a swirl of skirts and blouses that reflected the hues of her spirit. Drawing strength from the baobab's whispers and Mama Zuri's words, she felt herself unearthing layers of unexpressed beauty. The village market was bustling, filled with laughter and the warmed sense of spices and baked goods. Stalls bursting with fruits, fabrics, and art supplies adorned the streets, and her excitement bubbled as she navigated through the throng of people. Under Mama Zuri's guidance, Amina explored the various stalls, gathering materials such as bright paints, colorful fabrics, and brushes that called to her spirit. Each item felt like a piece of her identity, waiting to be incorporated into the masterpiece yet to be created. However, as they strolled, Amina couldn't help but notice a group of children nearby, chatting brightly and occasionally glancing her way. She felt a flutter of unease, a familiar worry that crept back into her mind. What if they joked about her? What if they whispered, "Ugly girl" again? Catching the hint of worry in Amina's eyes, Mama Zuri stopped, turning to her with an encouraging smile. Remember, my dear, you have gathered your colors. You have a choice, to listen to their words or to the truth within yourself and the tree. Which will you choose? Amina deliberated, heart pounding, before letting out a deep breath. I choose to listen to the truth, she whispered, emboldened by the spirit of the baobab. With renewed strength, Amina continued to shop for her supplies, each item she collected embodying her new commitment to express her true self. Witnessing her bravery, Mama Zuri beamed with pride. By the end of the day, Amina stood proudly beside Mama Zuri, a bounty of colors in hand. Each brushstroke was a promise to herself, an affirmation of the beauty that lay within. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, casting an amber glow over the village, they returned to the baobab tree. Under its sprawling branches, Amina knew that she was ready to create not just a mask, but a tapestry of her own. A canvas that would boldly reflect her journey of self-acceptance and the discovery of her inner beauty. "Tomorrow, we shall begin," Mama Zuri promised, a twinkle in her eye. Amina nodded, the butterflies in her stomach transforming into sparks of excitement as she envisioned the masterpiece she would create. A narrative full of vibrant colors and unfiltered beauty, just like her heart. If you're enjoying the story so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us continue bringing more content your way. Thank you so much for your support, and let's get back to the story. Colors of Courage. The first rays of dawn streamed through Amina's window, casting a golden glow throughout her room. With a heart full of hope and her mind buzzing with colorful possibilities, she quickly prepared for the day ahead. Excitement pulsed through her veins as she thought of the masterpiece she would create under Mama Zuri's guidance. No longer would she hide behind the cardboard mask. Today was about unmasking the true Amina. Arriving at the baobab tree, Amina was greeted by Mama Zuri, who stood with an array of brushes and vibrant paints spread out on a large canvas that her young heart would call home. The elder's eyes sparkled with anticipation as she invited Amina to sit beside her. Under the protective branches of the tree, sunlight danced playfully, illuminating their workspace in a magical glow. "Today is the day we paint your story," Mama Zuri announced, her voice warm like the sun filtering through the leaves. Amina's pulse quickened, anxiety and excitement mingling within her. It felt as though the world awaited her brushstrokes. "What should I begin with?" Amina asked, her fingers trembling slightly with apprehension. "Start with what is central to your heart. Let the colors guide you," Mama Zuri encouraged, her eyes kind and wise. "What emotions do you wish to express?" Amina thought deeply, closing her eyes to visualize the colors mingling with her feelings. "I want the canvas to be bright, just like the laughter I long for," she reflected aloud. "But also deep, like the fears I carry. Then choose your colors wisely. Each hue carries its own meaning," Mama Zuri said, picking up a rich yellow paint. "This one represents optimism and joy. It's the sun that brings life and warmth to your heart. And this," she continued, holding out a deep blue. "It embodies calmness and depth, reflecting your emotions." Amina took a deep breath, emboldened by Mama Zuri's wisdom. She started with bold strokes of yellow on the canvas, feeling the positivity flow through her. Each brushstroke felt liberating. She could almost hear the laughter of children, envision the warmth of friendship, moments she yearned to capture. As the bright yellow blossomed across the canvas, she moved to the blue, contrasting beautifully against the golden beams. The deep blue represented her moments of fear and loneliness, colors that spoke of the challenges she faced. With each stroke, she poured her heart onto the canvas, channeling her dreams and sorrows through vibrant color. "Let's add some red," Mama Zuri suggested, mixing it carefully with the blue. "This symbolizes passion, love, and strength. Your journey draws from the fire within you." With newfound determination, Amina dipped her brush into the red and swirled it into the blue, creating a stunning purple. The merging colors represented both her struggles and her inner strength, a powerful reminder that even the darkest days could foster brilliance. As they painted, Mama Zuri began to share stories of past villagers who had faced their struggles, each tale woven with the spirit of resilience and growth. Inspired by the narratives, Amina suddenly remembered her own story. The inspiration behind her mask, the love for her family, and the creativity she carried deep inside. Her heart swelled with courage. This was more than a painting. It was an affirmation of self-acceptance and growth. "I want to express my love for family and my desire for connection," Amina said, trembling with enthusiasm. "I want to show them that I am here." With bold fervor, she grabbed the green paint, pouring it across the canvas, symbolizing hope and renewal, nurturing the dream of friendships that blossomed like the flowers in her mother's garden. The vibrant colors began to flow into one another, creating a radiant tapestry filled with vivid energy, each brushstroke an invitation to embrace her true self. But amid her excitement, a flicker of doubt tugged at her heart like an unwelcome shadow. Would her classmates understand this new version of her? What if they laughed again, mocking her boldness? Contemplative, Amina paused momentarily, her brush hovering above the canvas. Noticing her hesitation, Mama Zuri gently placed a hand on her shoulder. "Remember, my dear, Courage is not the absence of fear but the triumph over it. Every painter faces the blank canvas, unsure of how it will turn out. But it is through that very act of creation that magic happens. You would know best, Amina replied, reassured by Mama Zuri's comforting presence. With renewed vigor, she resumed painting, each stroke growing bolder and more confident. The vibrant colors transformed into a vibrant scene of unity, where children of various backgrounds rejoiced in unity, laughing and playing together. Time melted away as the sun arced across the sky, and soon the canvas became a reflection of Amina's heart, a tapestry of dreams, hopes, and a longing for acceptance. Every brushstroke became a proclamation of her journey, her courage, her connection to the world around her. As they stepped back to admire the masterpiece, Amina's heart brimmed with pride and accomplishment. And in that moment, she understood. The mask she once wore was merely a fragment of her identity. The true Amina was the artist who had painted her soul, radiating beauty from within. Mama Zuri applauded her labor of love, tears glimmering in her eyes. "You have revealed the power that lies within," she said, her voice rich with emotion. "This is only the beginning of your journey." Amina beamed, the flowers of confidence blossoming in her heart. For the first time, she felt ready to show the world her true colors. She had embarked on a journey of self-expression and healing. Her courage painted in vibrant hues, a beacon of hope shining through the shadows. That night, as she returned home, Amina felt lighter, as if the burdens of her past washed away with the strokes of her brush. Tomorrow would be a new day, a chance to step into the world, a canvas still waiting for its brilliant colors. The burden of belonging. Amina awoke the next morning with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The masterpiece she had painted with Mama Zuri the previous day now adorned her mind, pulsating with bold colors that seemed to whisper promises of acceptance and belonging. As she dressed that morning, her heart danced between hope and fear about unveiling the true Amina to her classmates. When Amina arrived at school, the chatter of excited children filled the air. But as she stepped into the classroom, a familiar knot formed in her stomach. She gasped when she saw the group of girls clustered by the window, their laughter ringing out, crisp like autumn leaves. Sophie stood among them, her bright smile vibrant and inviting, but Amina could sense the tension tugging at her own heart, as if her painted colors had begun to bleed into shades of doubt. Sophie waved and called out, "Amina, come see what we found." Gathering her courage, Amina approached, her feet feeling like lead, battling the fear of judgment that clouded her thoughts. As she drew closer, she could see that they were examining the newest set of art supplies displayed in the school's activity corner. "Look at this new glitter, Amina," Sophie exclaimed. The girls' smiles were genuine, and they seemed to have momentarily forgotten their past teasing. Amina hesitated, studying their faces, wondering if the laughter would turn back to darkness. "Yeah," chimed in Kofi, his usually quiet voice bubbling with enthusiasm. "We can make cards for next week's festival. It'll be so fun." Amina nodded, feigning excitement as goosebumps crept up her arms. She recalled the way they once mocked her for her cardboard mask, for the very colors that now filled her heart with hope. "Of course," she replied softly, unsure if her response would lead her deeper into isolation or an unexpected bond. The pressure of belonging weighed heavily on her, pinching at the edges of her newfound confidence. The group made their way to the art corner, chatter filling the air. As they discussed card designs and colors, Amina found herself drifting into a world of creativity, but the shadows of her past still lingered in her mind. She watched as the other girls effortlessly collaborated, exchanging ideas and laughter, while she felt like an outsider peering in from a distance. Suddenly, one of the girls turned to Amina. "Amina, do you have any ideas for your card? Or do you just want to paint it?" Her voice was inquisitive but laced with undertones of challenge. Amina faltered. "I was thinking, I could paint something inspired by the baobab tree," she shared hesitantly, recalling the wisdom Mama Zuri had instilled in her. But as her words hung in the air, she battles with a familiar surge of insecurity and self-doubt. "Like what? A tree?" Sophie laughed lightly, but it felt different, teasing yet playful. "That sounds simple. What about making something grand instead?" A wave of unease washed over Amina, the laughter feeling like a cold splash of water. The cheerful banter faded as her emotions spiraled. What if they only saw the colors and not the depth of her idea? Anxiety clawed at her, and she quickly shrugged her shoulders. Maybe I'll just join in with sparkle or glitter, she offered, attempting to mask her discomfort. Though her heart screamed to express the true beauty inspired by her journey, she felt paralyzed by the burden of their perceptions. Don't worry, Amina. We'll help you too, Kofi chimed in, trying to bolster her spirits. Yet the offer felt hollow in the haze of her uncertainty. That afternoon, during art class, Amina sat quietly among her peers, paints and brushes swirling around her like a whirlwind. As she dipped her brush into gentle strokes, her heart longed to express what simmered within her, but fear had woven a tight web of hesitation. Sophie's voice rang out over the chaos. Okay, everyone. Let's show off our designs once we finish. Amina, do you want to go first? All eyes turned toward her, the pressure mounting as Amina's breath quickened. She could feel the warmth of their curiosity and the weight of her shared secrets. The mask she had worn for so long felt heavy, and in that moment, she glimpsed the fragile thread that connected them all, each of them seeking acceptance in their own way. She stammered, her voice barely breaking the surface. I painted a baobab. The room grew silent, eyes widened in surprise. Then, Sophie stepped forward, her expression shifting from playful to genuine. That sounds cool. We'd love to see it. Amidst the throbbing in her chest, Amina felt a flicker of warmth ignite within her. Maybe, just maybe, this was an opportunity to unmask herself, to reveal the artist she had become. As Amina stood to present her work, she realized that the creation of her card held the promises of her journey, of bravery, uniqueness, and the colors that were now woven into her identity. So she gently unveiled the card she had been working on, revealing a colorful depiction of the baobab alongside vibrant scenes of community and togetherness. Gasps filled the room, and she found herself momentarily lost in the bright colors and beauty of her own creation. That's amazing! Kofi exclaimed, genuine excitement coloring his voice. You captured the essence of the baobab so well. Tension melted away like a mirage, and surrounding laughter began to echo with newfound warmth. The burden of belonging began to lift as her heart swelled with possibilities of connection. Amina could finally see that standing in her truth opened the door to acceptance, not just from others, but from within. She realized it was okay to carry the shadows along with the colors. It was through her journey, the journey of painting her soul, that she found the courage to embrace belonging beyond the mask. Let's make our cards together, Amina said, the reluctance dissipating. We can share our stories. And so, amid group laughter and encouragement, Amina felt the embrace of friendship slowly form around her. The burden of belonging turned into a blossoming flower, ready to stretch towards the nurturing rays of sunlight, revealing the beauty that lay in their shared experiences. As they expressed themselves together in art, Amina knew she had taken a significant step toward weaving her story into the vibrant tapestry of the village. A tapestry she was now ready to embrace. A heart unmasked. The long-awaited day of the school's open art day arrived, and Amina's heart raced with both excitement and dread. As she glanced in the mirror, she saw only the girl she once was, the girl who hid behind a mask. But today was different. Today, she would reveal the true Amina, unburdened and unmasked. With each step to school, Amina felt like she was walking a tightrope stretched high above the ground. The laughter and excitement of her classmates surrounded her, but the echoes of past mockery lingered in her mind. The vibrant artwork she had painted with Mama Zuri pulsed in her thoughts, a guiding beacon urging her to unveil herself. Still, doubt whispered in her ear, trying to sway her resolve. Upon entering the classroom, Amina felt her heart flutter like a caged bird. Her classmates buzzed with energy, chattering about the masterpieces they had created. Bright, colorful artwork decorated the walls, each piece a testament to hours of creativity. Just then, her eyes met Sophie's across the room. Sophie's bright smile warmed Amina's heart, but the underlying fear bubbled again. What if the acceptance she sought was just an illusion? Amina, you made it. Sophie beamed as she approached, clearly excited about the presentation. Are you ready to show everyone your work today? Yeah, Amina said, her voice small as she adjusted the sturdy cardboard carrying the painted card she had designed. I think so. Sophie's enthusiasm was infectious. Let's take a look at it together before the presentation. I can help you. As they moved through the classroom, Amina felt a mixture of dread and hope. The mounting nervousness threatened to overwhelm her. She could feel eyes piercing through the fabric of her self-confidence, and she questioned whether to pull back into her protective shell instead of basking in the light. But a voice whispered within her, the wisdom of Mama Zuri echoing like a gentle breeze. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Taking a deep breath, Amina allowed Sophie to lead her to a corner filled with other students' artwork. Kofi was nearby, showcasing a collage of images cut from magazines, each representing different dreams and aspirations. With every passing moment, she felt a shift in the atmosphere. Her classmates' energies began to mingle in a tapestry of camaraderie. Finally, it was time for the presentations to begin. The teacher gestured for everyone to gather in the front. Amina's heart thundered in her chest as she stepped forward, the bright colors of her card casting reflections of warmth and energy that danced with excitement. Sophie smiled encouragingly from the sidelines, instantly calming Amina's nerves. Kofi nodded in support, a testament to the bond that had formed during the past few weeks. This was her moment to shine. As Amina held the card before the class, her voice trembled at first. I painted this card to celebrate the beauty of connection and resilience. She took a deep breath, focusing on the vibrant baobab tree depicted at the center, its roots extending to symbolize unity and strength. My journey has taught me to embrace my true self, and to find beauty not just in colors, but in our hearts, she continued, feeling the weight of her truth lift with each word. This tree represents my growth, and I hope that we can all find the courage to unmask ourselves and share our stories. As Amina spoke, she noticed a shift among her classmates. Where she expected ridicule or indifference, there was only silence punctuated by curiosity and awe. Sophie jumped in with enthusiasm. That's beautiful, Amina. I love how you've captured the tree. It's so colorful and strong. Kofi echoed her sentiment. You've really painted a part of who you are. I feel inspired by your art. Their words wrapped around Amina like a warm blanket, igniting the fire of acceptance in her heart. She unfastened the heaviness she had carried for so long and began to bask in their appreciation. Yet, there still remained a whispering doubt, and she felt a twinge of fear creeping back in. But as Amina looked around, she found herself surrounded by friends, each sharing their creations, revealing their landscapes of thoughts and feelings. This shared vulnerability resonated deeply, reaffirming the beauty in each of their stories. As the presentations continued, Amina found herself increasingly captivated by the personal tales and audacity of her classmates. Time melted as they encouraged one another, their laughter mixing in melodies that danced above, creating an atmosphere filled with joy, acceptance, and understanding. Finally, the presentations concluded, and Amina's heart was full. She felt lighter, freer than she had in ages. The students marveled at each other's pieces, exchanging compliments and ideas. She realized that each masterpiece reflected not just the surface, but the rich stories they carried within. Then, as the bell rang, her classmates began to gather around her. Can we do a group activity? Kofi asked the teacher. Let's collaborate on a big mural together. Excitement erupted among the students as they discussed colors, designs, and ideas. Amina felt butterflies in her stomach, excitement bubbling at the thought that she now belonged, a vital piece in the symphony of their creativity. As days turned into weeks, Amina's relationships with her classmates blossomed. The connections they forged while creating together bridged gaps that once felt insurmountable. No longer did she feel like the ugly girl. Now she was recognized as an artist, a thoughtful mind, and a friend. One sunny afternoon, as they painted beneath the baobab tree, Amina felt the distance between her past and present widening. She reflected on how removing her mask had opened doors, not only for personal expression but also for deeper connections. In that moment, she understood the profound beauty of revealing her heart. The weight of her burdens began to lift, replaced with an empowering sense of belonging. Amina realized that a mask could never accurately depict the myriad colors within. A heart unmasked could radiate vibrance, love, and acceptance, not just for herself, but for everyone around her. And so, she continued to paint, not only with her brush but with her open heart, with every stroke a testament to her journey. She felt the spirit of the baobab, the whispers of encouragement weaving through the air, assuring her of the beauty she always carried within. It was no longer about fitting in, it was about embracing her uniqueness and celebrating the colorful tapestry they shared together, united by dreams, acceptance, and heart. Beyond the colors. The sun beamed its golden rays over the village, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange as Amina and her classmates gathered beneath the great baobab tree. It stood proud and tall, its roots etched into the earth like the stories woven through Amina's heart, a symbol of strength, resilience, and community. Weeks had passed since Amina unveiled her true self at the Open Art Day, and during that time, bonds were formed with her classmates through creativity and shared experiences. Together, they had embarked on a collective mural project, choosing to depict their personal journeys of growth and acceptance. The mural was an explosion of colors, each stroke breathing life into their stories. Today was the day they would officially complete the mural, and a palpable excitement filled the air. From across the area, laughter and cheerful chatter echoed as students gathered with their brushes and paints. Sophie approached Amina, her arms overflowing with vibrant paint tubes. "Are you ready? Today we finish this masterpiece." Amina smiled, her heart swelling with pride. "Absolutely. I can't wait to see it all come together." They moved toward the mural, where Kofi was already painting a section dedicated to dreams. Brilliant blue and purple hues swirling together, each brushstroke telling a story. Amina joined in, adding her own segments that spoke of friendship and unity, intertwining with the designs of her classmates. "I've learned so much from you guys," Amina said as they worked. "Sharing my story opened doors I never knew existed." "That's the magic of art," Kofi replied, stepping back to admire their collaborative effort. "It shows us that we're not alone. Every stroke carries a part of who we are." As the mural took shape, Amina felt memories of her past melting away, days spent hiding behind a mask, shrouded in doubts. Now, she stood confidently beside her friends, each color blending harmoniously, symbolizing their shared strength. Eventually, their mural transformed into a vibrant tapestry, filled with the stories, dreams, and aspirations of the children from the village. Amina's heart danced with joy as she stepped back, smiling at the collective beauty they had created, a representation of resilience beyond appearances. As they finished painting, Mama Zuri emerged from the nearby shade, her wise eyes gleaming with pride as she surveyed their work. "Look at what you've accomplished. This mural tells the tale of a community that supports one another, a place where every color matters," she said, her voice a gentle melody. "Thank you for the wisdom you shared, Mama Zuri," Amina replied, approaching the elder. "You taught us that beauty lies within our hearts and how to express ourselves without fear." Mama Zuri nodded. "And now you see it blooming brightly before you," she said, gesturing toward the mural. "Recognize that art is a powerful medium. It has the ability to heal, connect, and transform lives." As they prepared to unveil the completed mural, Amina felt a flutter of anticipation mixed with gratitude. This was more than just a piece of art, it was a testimony to their journeys, the story of how they overcame insecurities together. When all was ready, the teacher gathered the students. "Today we celebrate not just our artistic endeavors but the friendships we've cultivated," she announced. "Let us unveil the mural as a symbol of our growth." With a flourish, the cloth covering the mural was pulled away, revealing a kaleidoscope of colors that ignited the eyes of everyone present. Gasps of awe erupted, followed by cheers and claps as the students beheld the breathtaking artwork. Amina stood back, her heart racing. The mural told not just of her journey but of everyone's, their shared laughter, struggles, and moments of joyous connection. There were depictions of the baobab tree, swirling patterns of colors, silhouettes of children playing, and each student's unique symbol representing their inner selves. In that instant, Amina understood the profound message they had conveyed together. Beauty is not merely in physical appearances, it is found in the experiences shared, the acceptance of one another, and the dreams painted within the heart. As the fireworks lit up the night sky later, Amina felt an overwhelming sense of belonging. Surrounded by her friends, the joy of celebration enveloped her. Laughter echoed, and they shared stories beneath the stars. Each laugh, each smile, was a thread in the fabric of friendship that had formed, symbolizing the strength they had built together. "Today, we celebrate who we are," Sophie shouted, raising her juice box high. "To all of us." "To us," everyone cheered in unison, voices ringing clear against the vibrant backdrop of the night. Amina felt tears of joy fill her eyes. It was a moment that would forever be etched in her memory. A moment of truly feeling, without hesitation, that she belonged. In that space, among her friends, she realized that shedding her mask was only one step in her journey. What came next was a beautiful adventure filled with companionship, creativity, and courage. As the festivities continued and the stars twinkled above like scattered gems, Amina knew that she was ready to embrace life authentically. Armed with friendship and the strength of self-acceptance, she gazed at the mural once more, knowing that beyond the colors, there lay hearts intertwined, daring to reveal their true selves. The journey of self-discovery would continue, past the colors, past the doubts, but now, Amina felt emboldened to embrace it all. Because the true beauty was not just in the colors they painted, but in the invaluable connections forged along the way. Did you enjoy this video? If so, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to join us for more amazing stories every day. Here at Daily Anything History, there's always something new to discover. See you in the next video.